justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Sisson. Here. Darrow. Zumwalt. Here. Huffman. Here. Hughes. Here. Payne. Fleming.
Here.
Kellenberger.
Here.
We have a quorum. The first order of business tonight is going to be, I'm asking for a motion to approve the following committee appointment, and that is to fill the unexpired term of Jim Osterman through May 2026, and Larry Pence has agreed to do that. Can I have a motion? Thank you.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Kellenberger and Fleming. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sisson. Darrow. Zumwalt. Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Payne. Fleming.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Thank you, and I'd like to recognize Jim Osterman. He was serving long before I came on, and it'll be 12 years pretty soon for me, so that's a long time to serve, and it hasn't been without controversy, so I thank him. You've had a chance to read the minutes from the November 7th meeting. Could I have a motion to accept those minutes? Alderwoman Sisson, thank you. How about a second? Okay, Alderman Hughes seconds. Did you find any additions or corrections? Roll call, please.
Darrow. Zumwalt. Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Payne. Fleming.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson.
Motion passes. Now I'm asking for a motion to approve the expenditure report and payroll report for the current period.
I'll make a motion.
Alderman Fleming.
I'll second.
Okay, Alderwoman Huffman seconds. Any,
Okay.
any discrepancies in the bills? Roll call, please.
Zumwalt. Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Payne. Fleming.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson. Darrow.
Motion passes. Moving on to new business, Alderwoman Payne.
I make a motion to approve a resolution approving the hire of a finance and benefits manager, setting a salary for the position, and authorizing a residency requirement waiver for the position.
Thank you. Can I get a second? Alderwoman Huffman seconds. Any discussion?
How long was this job posted for?
It's been intermittently
Several
posted
times.
since December.
So roughly a year.
Yeah.
Several times. Any other questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Payne.
Aye.
Fleming.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson. Darrow. Zumwalt.
Motion passes. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Next, Alderwoman Payne.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance appointing Anne Marie Mink as budget officer for the city of Litchfield from May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026.
Thank you. Can I get a second? Alderwoman Sisson, you put your finger up first. That's good. We have a second. Any discussion?
Question. So for that year, next May to April, what kind of hours will she have, or is she just trying to keep everything in line for our audits the following year?
We currently have a contract with her. It'll fall within the regular hours that she gives the city. Our finance and benefits manager will be overseeing a lot of the budget along with myself, so it'll just be those high level budget items.
Okay.
And then, of course, aldermen and department heads too. They're all in on it. Okay. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Hughes.
Aye.
Payne.
Aye.
Fleming.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson. Darrow. Zumwalt. Huffman.
Aye.
Motion passes. Alderwoman Huffman.
I make a motion on a resolution approving first amended agreement with the city administrator.
Thank you. Can we have a second? Alderman Hughes seconds. Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I
Yes,
have
sir.
I have a couple questions. I guess the main thing is, need to explain to us exactly how we're gonna pay for this. I know it showed in the packet that, different things,
Well, I went back with the attrition or the
Yeah.
openings that we've had here in the last year. Had we not had to do a buyout, we would be in 50 to 60,000 ahead with this these changes with the finance director and the economic development portion going on, as I explained in the packet there. But, this will have to be considered in subsequent budgets. So,
Aren't some of these new positions going to take some of the work or some of the obligations away from?
yeah, and Ray, as I explained in the packet, we will have a financial director
Right,
and HR director
Right.
combination. Brianne will oversee that as part of the administrative duties. And but it will give her more time then to concentrate on economic development. And, you know, we did have that, combined at one point,
right,
and it got to be, there's a lot more coming down the pike here with the TIF, the residential TIF coming, the fact that the groundbreaking, I hope we see some kind of activity across the interstate very soon, and there's going to be a lot of things economic development wise to keep an eye on, so, yeah.
so close with the new hire and what they're asking to give her, you're talking what, close to 100,
We're back to,
100,000?
we're back to where we were beginning of last year, beginning of this fiscal year.
With,
Well, when we had a separate economic development director and a separate administrator. We're back to the same money.
so that, what the other two we're getting is relatively the same amount as what we're spending here?
It'll be less in the next budget. This particular budget had included a buyout
Yes,
or
Right.
a settlement. But the subsequent budget will be under where we have been.
So, I think I'm kind of looking for some clarification, and Brian, I think you do a great job with what you do, so this isn't anything against you at all. When this position was combined in the past, and there were more responsibilities with it, because some of these other duties with it weren't outsourced like HR, the salary that we were paying at that time was $105,000. And what we're proposing tonight is to raise that salary to $130,000, is that right?
135, I believe.
135. So we're going to be paying someone that has less experience and less time with the city, significantly more money to do the same job, but with less responsibilities involved with it than what we were paying somebody a few years ago to do the exact same thing.
But with that same logic, before I was here, we decided to pay that same person 6 figures for a portion of that job, correct? The person you're talking about that was the city administrator?
Brian already makes 6 figures and already does a portion of that job.
But, so I look at it, just easy math, is Brand's getting proposed to get a fourth of the salary that, 25,000, say that loud for everybody here, for a job that someone was doing for 100,000, so.
plus, she was doing both of those jobs,
She was doing
or less.
No,
a lot less.
that person, but then that person, now we're apples to oranges here. Before I was here, then a new person came in, and we paid them 100, and we were gonna hire a city administrator, how much on top of that 100?
Well, but
So we're paying 200-something thousand at that time,
I
so.
think what's necessary is we get away from what happened in the past. We're talking about a different group of council members, and we're just projecting what the needs are gonna be for the future.
But
So,
I think we
yeah.
also need to look at what we hired Brianne and the duties that we hired her to do. We've lessened those, and we're paying her the same amount of money to do the city administration job, even though we have taken away some of the duties that we hired her to do. But we're paying her the same. And we hired her to do a full-time job of city administration. But if she has enough free time in her day, unless you're working a lot of overtime, and you might be, I don't know, she at this point in time has enough time to do both jobs. So if she's not spending enough time in her day doing the city administration job, if she's not doing that full time, if she's, I guess I'm confused where
If we're looking at comparing the past and what was done in the past and what we feel is needed today, there is room for question there.
when I first started,
We were getting a deal before.
I've been doing
Let me
this,
tell you
I've
that.
been doing this 7 years, and when I first started doing city council, I heard nothing but complaints from townspeople about how much we paid
Yeah.
Tanya for doing both of those jobs, and the fact that she made 6 figures. I
And
mean,
we were as I said, we were getting a deal with that.
so I guess I don't see how people are not going to be upset that we are paying somebody $135,000
I
to
agree.
do that same job.
People are gonna be upset, there's gonna be a certain faction that will be for sure.
But the thing I wanna bring up, is you keep saying 135,000, before we were paying 235,000 because we had an economic developer position and a city administrator. That's the part I wanna make clear.
Well, the reason we split it and you weren't here.
Well, a
when
lot
we
of
did
things
that-
have changed. We've got engineers now that are writing grants for us. We have department heads that are writing grants for us too, which was something different, it's something different than what happened in the past too. So we're just looking at what direction is necessary at this point.
Well, you know, we always try to look at different things to save money.
Yeah.
Basically, that's our job, to try to come up with different ways to save money. And, you know, you do a good job, there's no two ways about it. But I just don't know if we can justify to the people we represent on spending that kind of money. That's just my opinion.
And I just wanna say black and white, right now, with last year at this time, the budget was 100-something for an economic developer and 100-something for grants. We paid 200-something thousand last year, that's a fact, that's last year. This year, alright, we don't have the EC, we have the settlement as he discussed, alright? And now we're proposing, 120-something thousand. I don't know exactly what it is, Brianna, exactly, but
Well, the other way to look at it is she's under contract at this point for city administrator. She does not have to accept the responsibilities of economic development.
But she has been.
Respectfully, if I can speak for myself a little bit here, my contract it is for the city administrator and only the city administrator. I have been putting in overtime and a lot of extra hours to ensure both duties are done. I feel that I can continue to do that if the council is satisfied with my performance, but my contract is for city administrator, so I would ask, if the city has had someone do both of those jobs for one stipend in the past, that really wasn't fair to the person. I don't think the city should repeat that again, and I would ask that we pursue hiring an economic development director. I have no issue with that if that's the route the city would like to go, but I would ask that if we just wanna stick with my current contract, that we go ahead and fill that position.
Which we're not gonna be able to do for $25,000.
No,
Plus
that's another
benefits,
$100,000
plus
job.
everything else, where you've been doing it, and there is to me, a glimmer of new business. I mean, it's not a lot that we can share, but you've brought in several people that have interest in pursuing a business in Litchfield. You've got a new liquor store going up, we've got a lot of TIF projects going. We would be back to the $200,000 for her job and an economic development person,
And as I
plus
said,
And the finance, plus the
and
finance,
plus the
yeah.
finance person.
and as I said, we have, the new TIF district going in, the new business district going in, there's gonna be an allocation of funds and effort there too, so I think we've discussed it enough, I hope I don't make anybody mad, but I'd like to call for a roll call vote.
Sisson,
Aye.
Gerald, Zumal,
Aye.
Heflin,
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Kane.
Nay.
Lemming,
Aye.
and Kellenberger.
Nay.
Motion passes. And I think it'll prove to be beneficial in the future. Moving on, Alderwoman Huffman.
I'd like to make a motion to approve an amendment to a Lake Smooth Jaeger Lakeshore lease for 98 Arrowhead Lane to extend the lease for 60 years.
Thank you. Can I get a second? Alderwoman Zumwalt seconds. Any discussion?
I will be abstaining from this vote due to my real estate business being associated with this transaction.
Roll call, please.
Gerald, Zumal.
Aye.
Heflin,
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Kane.
Aye.
Lemming,
Abstain.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Motion passes. Alderwoman Huffman.
I make a motion to approve insurance renewals for liability, auto, workers' compensation, property and equipment breakdown, and cyber liability coverage from ICR-MT as presented.
Thank you. Can you give seconds?
I'll say.
Alderman Fleming seconds. Eric, do you wanna give us any information?
Sure.
Step up to the mic, please.
Good evening, everyone. As you probably can tell from your own, personal home and auto, it's been a tough year for our industry. Increased costs of materials and labor have in turn increased the cost of claim. Increased cost of claims mean higher premiums. Hundreds of millions of dollars storm damage throughout the country from tornadoes, fire, hurricanes, and not help matters one bit. I think you got the sheet, in your packet, it's about 3 pages long. First column, is the renewal in the last 4 years. ICRMT conducted their appraisals on the property, and contents for the city of Litchfield, this year. This currently is their first year that they have been on the property. They uncovered quite a few more properties to insure, and their appraisals resulted, in insured values going from about 45 million to 75 million. Equipment values, went down about 70,000 this year. General liability limits stayed the same. Law enforcement has been a top topic this year, industry-wide, not, with the city in particular. Rates in this line were hit pretty hard, this past year. The other parts of the policy, your crime, public officials coverage, violent response, umbrella limits are the same as, limits as they were in the past. Auto, values increased about 100,000 from last year. Total package premium with 100,000 increase in vehicles, 70,000 less in vehicle or in equipment, and a $30 million increase in property values went up about 8.19%. So the package I was thrilled with. Work comp still seems to be our major issue. We had the increase is about 37.6% premium, with an increase of about 270,000 from from payrolls this year. Experience mod, which is a calculation of the last 3 years of work comp claims, based on severity and frequency, is up from 1.21 from 1.14. The last several years of experience mods, I think are included, if not they're here. In the last few years, like this current year is 1.21. The renewal is 1.21, the current year is 1.41, 1.3, 1.29, 1.38, 1.24, 1.38, 1.13. Anytime you have a 1 point something, you're paying more. If you have a 0 point, that is a debit. Number over 1 is a debit or a debit rating, and then under 1 is a credit rating. Again, the work comp, that's the majority. Like I said, it's 37.6% of the premium. Or is an increase in the work comp, 8.19 on the package, for a total of 24.99 overall. A real quick thing we can look at is the loss ratio on the work comp. Current year, right now, the 23-24 term, we're at 94.42% loss ratio. 22-23, we were at 138.55. 21-22, we were at 113.85, and in 2020, 2021, we were at 96.88. If you put those together, just the last 2 years, we're at 115. The last 3 years, we're also at 115, and the last 4 years at 110. Carrier likes to be at about 50 to 60% on their ratios in order for them, what they say is to turn a profit. We did go out and look at, competing bids on both, on the work comp. IPRF, who does do some municipality in the area, declined to quote due to claims, as well did MEM. So, we got some work to do on the work comp especially. We're planning on getting some of the carrier people here, this coming up here to talk and, see what we can do, get our heads together and come up with some sort of solution over the next year on what we can do to improve the culture on the work comp. Questions?
I might add that it's been my experience in the last almost 12 years that there's been too quick of a decision to go along with the claims and without any input from the city.
In talking to Brianne, she mentioned that. I think we've come up with a little bit of a remedy to that. I think we're going to, when she gets a claim, we're going to include me in on the claim, send it over, and then get together with her to see, you know, is there any questions? You know, do we need to alert the carrier that, hey, we need to look into this one?
Well, what happens is, you know, that they're too quick to settle to avoid any legal fees, yet no matter what they do to settle, it goes right back on our experience and the city ends up paying more, so, and we've been left out of that settlement decision, so I would hope that we'd have a better, chance to react to some of those decisions in the future.
And we did have a lot of legitimate claims last year too. We had a lot of things that occurred that were legitimate that added to that. But I agree, we need to have, at least I would expect our carriers to have a little bit of a better review process in assessing those claims. I think to me what stuck out the most was due to the appraisal that they did, our property value increasing by $30 million.
How's that happen?
Yeah.
It could have very well been the increased cost of the properties. You know, so, this has been on at Cincinnati probably as long as I can remember. And then last year we moved over to ICRT to save some premium. And they offer a appraisal, free of charge to the city. And in that appraisal, their findings were that a lot of buildings were way under value.
So it's the same property? No, they didn't add
We
10
didn't.
properties to it, it's the exact same properties.
And it should have been being appraised every step of the way so we didn't have this massive increase, in my opinion.
Yeah, we normally have like a 4% inflation guard every year. Obviously, that it did not keep up.
And Eric, whenever I saw this number, I kind of just looked around at some other small towns and kind of wondered who they did their stuff with, and Illinois Municipal League, that RMA one seemed like a common one. Did you talk to him?
We talked to Eric at IML, lack of communication, but he could not get a quote in, on time. I did tell him next year we were gonna start the process in about June, and there will be no way that's going to happen next year.
Okay, any other questions for Eric? Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
And this has to be approved. So we
Has to
don't
be.
have any time to.
No, we need, by December 1st, right, Eric?
Yes.
Would you explain what we're doing with the deductibles, so
Oh, absolutely.
influences things?
So, we took a look at I asked Eric for a claims history, and we went through the claims history. We really have not had many claims at all, except for workers' comp claims. We've had a couple auto, not in the last few years, it's only been workers' comp, but.
No, the package,
Yeah.
policy is a clean one, guys.
Yeah, we-
That's,
yeah.
it's,
We
it's
really,
all
we
work comp.
don't use our insurance much
Mhm.
at all, other than workers' comp. We're not gonna, we had a $5,000 deductible for every category, that's extremely low. So what we did was, we decided if it's a few thousand, we're likely not turning something in anyway, so we increased those categories to $10,000.
That includes medical too, and workers' comp.
No, it excludes workers' comp. Workers' comp, there is not a deductible, and that's common for workers' comp plans. But every other category, we
That'd be
increased from a
just a
$5,000 to
comprehensive.
$10,000
Just
deductible.
a comprehensive part of it.
And then between increasing the deductibles and going back and saying, this is such a high increase, we don't feel that we can accept this, we shaved off, I believe, $32,000 in the last couple days,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, anything else? Roll call, please.
Zumo, Huffman,
Aye.
Hughes, Kane, Fleming,
Aye.
Kellenberger,
Aye.
Sisson, Carol.
Motion passes. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Alderman Kellenberg.
Make a motion to approve site development plans for a large-scale development project for a car wash located in lots 31, 32, and 33 in Route 66 Crossing 9th Edition, contingent upon the approval of,
It contingent upon the engineer approving the plan.
okay.
Can I get a second? Thank you, Alderman Payne. This has been presented to the Plan Commission. It was Monday night. Plan Commission voted unanimous to, recommend the project to you, so. And Jennifer is here, if you have any particular questions, but, she's already been vetted on this pretty much, so. And she's wasn't real anxious to speak the other night, so. You have a speech prepared? Okay,
Just a more common address of where it's gonna be located.
just north of Nancy's Pizza. There's
Okay.
3 lots there, and it will be a multi-bay car wash and a 2-bay dog wash, which will be included, which will be, heated and enclosed, so,
And this is phase one, correct?
I'm sorry?
Phase one? I think that's what you said, or they said.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
There's, yeah,
Well, there's still space on the 3 lots, yes.
yeah, I can just give a little bit of information. Sorry, not like a little packet, but you can kind of see here, right there, north of Nancy's Pizza, those 3 lots there. There's 6 acres total, but it's just 3 acres total. I'm gonna pull in the Route 66, theme, just off 66 though, cause it's not on 66, so. This is not a final logo, but kind of something similar to this, so we will use that as well, but as you were stating, this is kind of the general layout. I don't know if you can really see that, sorry. Office area here with main maintenance, utility room here with a self-serve detail bay. People can come in and out, all these doors here for the self-serve bays. The customers can raise and lower themselves for inclement weather, rain, snow, whatever. So kind of can block yourself in from those elements, which is not something you kind of see around here, especially in the Midwest. 2 pet washes available to, 24/7 if you want to, so in and out there, and then 2 automatic washes here, which similar to kind of what you see in town, but no railings. The technology has really improved lately. No guidelines to kind of follow and hit and run over. These bays, actually, this IQ technology takes a 3D scan of your car now, so kind of have like, your own special, itemized wash. Like I said the other night, my car has like a little lip on the back and nothing ever, even those tunnel washes, Springfield, Edwardsville, these new ones coming up, with, you know, you can get the subscription or whatever, you know. They still don't get right underneath that lip of my car, you know, still got dust and dirt from these Midwest roads, so I think this IQ technology is gonna be great for the area.
Talking subscriptions, are you gonna have anything available, like, I wish we had one, Springfield, you pay, you pay a monthly fee,
Yes.
and you can go there as much as you want.
Yep, that's gonna be available as
It will.
well.
So you'll have attendants actually there working.
Possibly, haven't really worked out that detail yet, you know, if we can avoid it, no. There's a lot of other options than those
Okay.
tunnel washes that you see, than somebody coming up, you know, and being there firsthand. You can do a lot with a credit card, you know, swipe and without somebody humanly being there.
Yeah, well, tell me you can pull in, and they come out and they vacuum, do your windows, you know, that kind of thing.
Yes, but with this, like I said, with this IQ technology, you're not gonna need that extra prep, as much when it takes that 3D scan of your vehicle. Actually,
I just paid $25 a month for somebody to clean my windshield inside and out. I cannot reach my windshield in that truck. Just can't do it. I just cannot do it.
I've never seen anybody do it inside, I've seen them do it outside. but-
Well, the detailers do it, because if I take my truck to get detailed,
Sure.
it comes back like it
Mhm.
just came off the floor.
Yes, yep, and this is something
Getting
new.
also-
I'm sorry, well, I'm just looking at what would be available at her spot, so.
Yeah, well, this is something new to the area too, that we haven't really seen, the self-serve detail bay. So you can go in and we will have, tools and anything and everything that you can kind of do that, you know, yourself.
We're excited if you can't tell.
Yeah.
I think you've got it over
Okay. Sorry.
And I think, the council also wants to know that, the underneath, the underbelly of the dogs will get cleaned too.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's up to the owner,
Thank you.
so.
Thank you.
Sorry, I can memorize speeches really well, this impromptu speaking is not my forte.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Sisson.
Aye.
Carol. Sumo. Aye. Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Kane. Fleming.
Abstain.
Ellenberger.
Aye.
Motion passes. Alderman Kellenberger.
Make a motion to approve a resolution establishing a time and place for public hearing to consider the redevelopment plan of project for TIF number 4 redevelopment project area.
Second, please. Alderwoman Huffman seconds. Thank you. Now discussion,
This is the residential.
Yes.
but we have to have a public hearing on it. And, it'd probably be, this room will probably be too small, so we'll have to look for another place, I believe.
We haven't gotten concerns thus far, but we will be mailing out letters to surrounding owners. We'll be holding a joint review board meeting, so we plan to have it here unless we get a lot of feedback otherwise.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Ellenberger.
Aye.
Fleming.
Aye.
Kane.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Sumo.
Aye.
Carol. Sisson. Aye.
Alderwoman Sisson, would you go for the next one, please?
I make a motion to approve a resolution for maintenance under the Illinois Highway Code designated $399,451.75 in motor fuel tax funds to oiling and maintaining city streets in 2025.
Thank you.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Kellenberger seconds. Any discussion? Our street department is here. And the project manager is here. Roll call, please.
Sisson.
Aye.
Carol. Sumo. Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Kane. Fleming.
Aye.
Ellenberger.
Aye.
Motion passes. Alderman Flynn.
I'll make a motion to approve an ordinance amending municipal code section 5205, water service policy.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Alderman Hughes seconds. Any discussion?
This is what we tabled, right? What were we researching, Fran, on this?
We wanted to review the list of fees, and it was also brought to our attention that, a page of the resolution was left out of your packet, so we wanted everybody to have a chance to look at it.
And this puts us back under the statute rule.
Yeah, so in 2018, the council changed the policy to, reflect that the citizen would maintain the water line from the main all the way to the home. That is not allowed under ICC or the Attorney General's office, so we're requiring that the city, be responsible for the water line from the main to the curb stop or the meter pit, whichever is first.
So the city's gonna be maintaining more going forward in that.
Yeah. We did previously hand out 3/4 inch meters at no charge to builders. We will be charging for those, but overall, the city will have a lot more cost on this because we're maintaining that extra area.
But that's what you're doing.
Yeah, right now, we're losing money on 3/4 inch meters, yes.
Roll call, please.
Sisson.
Aye.
Girl. Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Payne. Fleming.
Aye.
Ellenberger.
Aye.
Motion passes. Now I'll ask for a motion to go into executive session as allowed under the Open Meetings Act, for discussion of minutes of meetings lawfully closed under this act, and for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees. And the only action afterwards for the press will be
We actually won't have action.
executive minutes.
Nope.
Okay, never mind. Can I have that motion?
Yes.
Thank you, Alderman Zumwalt. Second, please.
I'll second it.
Alderman Hughes, seconds. Roll call, please.
Ellenberger.
Aye.
Fleming.
Aye.
Payne. Hughes. Huffman.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Girl. And Sisson.
We are now in executive session. Thank you all for coming.